Hello, I'm Matt Guff from thehouse.com, and I'm here with Chris Bank from Phase 5 and Liquid Force and Malibu. How you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for inviting us out. Chris has been kind of walking us through like a lot of different boards, and we wanted to shoot a video on how to buy a Wakesurf board. We sell a lot of them at the house. We sell a lot of Phase 5 and Liquid Force ones. So if I was to buy a board for the first time, what would I need to look into?
Well, the first thing to look at is what are you going to be riding it behind? Are you going to be riding it behind one of these new generation Wakesurf boats with the giant hip-high wake, or are you going to be going behind your properly equipped inboard outboard, right?
Yeah.
So with a little bit smaller wake. So the first thing is, what am I going to be riding behind? And to a certain extent, that's going to determine what kind of board you're going to buy. So in this example, this is the Phase 5 Oogle, which is essentially that one board one of the boards that kind of catches or casts a wider net across all of those different types of boats.
Okay. Now the Oogle, it looks to be has a lot of volume to it. You know, it's a little bit wider, a little bit longer. How does the shape impact like how a board's going to perform?
The shape, like you touched on volume, so really it's the overall volume, which is determinant of the thickness of the board,
okay,
as well as the dimensional aspect, so the width of it and the length of it. To speak to the width and length of it, the more surface area a board has on it, the higher that board's going to ride, and it's going to accommodate a wider range of body sizes or weights that's going to be able to go on it. So the bigger the board, the greater the surface area on it, the more people are going to be able to ride on it.
Got it. So the biggest things are like the overall style shape, and then the rocker too, right?
The rocker as well. So the Oogle is a relatively flat rockered board, and rocker is the lengthwise curvature of the board. So has a little bit of nose kick, but otherwise from about this point back, it's almost entirely flat. And what that gives you is a very efficient design where you have a flat board on a flat surface water. The board's going to slide across the water very easily. So the rocker pattern being very efficient combined with a lot of surface area creates a board that's very easy to get up on, and you don't really need to do a whole lot to keep that forward momentum when you're sliding down the face of the wave.
Got it. Now, in addition to the shape and the rocker type, what else should people be looking into when buying their first Wakesurf?
One of the big things, so on a Wakesurf board, you're actually getting up with the board perpendicular to the boat, and once you get up on top of the water, then the boat is going to point itself in the same direction the boat is going.
Yeah.
That's largely determined or assisted by the type of fin that you have on the back of the board.
Okay.
So if you notice, this board has a 2-inch deep fin.
Yep.
That's about 5 inches long. So
yeah,
this does a great job. As you come up out of the water, the fin digs in and it takes over the tracking for you.
Sure.
Yeah.
It'd be a little bit more straight. Now I have seen on some boards that there's like multiple fins. Why would someone want multiple fins on a Wakesurf board?
Theoretically, the more fins you have, the more forward drive and tracking you're going to have.
Okay.
So this is kind of the catch-all. Just one
Sure,
big deep fin is going to get you on top of the water and get you rolling.
Yeah.
Surf-style boards that are probably a little bit more aggressive are going to have deeper fins mounted further forward. More for ocean-inspired tricks or style riding. A skim-style fin is going to be only about 1 inch deep and significantly longer, and that's more just as when you do your spin tricks to find your way back to the center.
Got it. And then construction type. There's a kind of compressed style construction, and then there's just a hand-shaped foam construction, right?
Yes, it just.
Which one seems to work the best for anyone just kind of getting into it?
So at this level, just getting into surfing, the Phase 5 boards utilize a high-density foam core, and then they compress this material called Propel, which is like a ultra-durable plastic shell around that high-density foam core. So the foam core gives it the ability to float, and also a little bit more volume, so it's going to ride higher on the water, and then that Propel shell around it is going to give the board all the durability and stiffness that's again going to assist in getting it to run efficiently behind the boat.
Got it. So if you're like a beginner, basically you want a little bit of rocker, you want something with a little bit more volume, and probably like a compression molded style shaping.
Yep.
And probably a single fin.
Probably a single fin. So the surface area and the rock, makes it very easy to get up on. It's like having a big airplane wing. When you have a flat rocker, that creates an efficient flow down the lake. That deep fin, that single fin, will help you point the board in the right direction.
Yeah.
And then you have the durability in the build.
Yeah. Now the names, the handwritten signatures all over this Phase 5 Oogle. What's the story behind it?
So this one is a fairly well-experienced board. It's probably taught well over 100 people to get up and ride. So a testament to the ability of the board.
Yeah.
So you have after each person has learned to ride on this board, they get a chance to autograph it and send it off into history.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. Now, is there anything else that you want to add in to anyone who's like buying a Wakesurf for the very first time?
So like I said, the Oogle's a great place to start, but in terms of generality, buy a board that has a lot more surface area. So it's going to be easier for riders to get up on. It's going to accommodate a larger range of size and ability in riders. And it'll give you kind of a feel. It's like, does your next step go towards skim style where you're going to want to spin? Or do you want to do big turns and do airs? That would be more of a surf style board. So look for flat rocker, lots of surface area, and a big single fin, and that'll get you going.
Oh man, that's perfect. Chris, thanks so much for walking us through.
Scott.
Yeah, and thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment or question. If you have questions on how to buy a Wakesurf or additional questions that maybe we didn't answer here, leave those below. Click the link in the description to get linked to all of the Wakesurf boards that we have at thehouse.com. Subscribe to the channel there, check out more videos there, and hopefully we'll see you guys on water. Peace.